might see something up there too, isn't there? Ooh, how do folks, how do? About time I did a bit of content for the old 104's Unplugged channel, and I've got a pint Heineken in hand, so what better time? So cheers. Now first thing, I've got to get the tea on, and tonight we are having, it's not the usual sort of thing we have, but it's a carbonara pasta bake. Okay, so I'm going to stick that on now, and then we'll be due to have some scran in about 40 minutes. So there we go. Anyway, let's get that on, and I'll be right back. Oh, right, that is in. That is in. It's actually jolly nice. Now, you may notice I'm not in my usual environment. Now, we are actually in Southwest Wales at the moment, in a, well, it's like a mobile home or in a caravan really, but it's actually a long lost relative. We've actually met up again, and they've been kind enough to offer us a few days in this lovely abode. Can't say the same about the weather, but hey ho, a change is as good as a rest, isn't it? So yeah, today I'll cut in a few bits and pieces. The weather is actually terrible, but I'll cut in a few bits and pieces. I don't know what I've got on the little sort of it's an SJ4000, a very old cheap copy of a GoPro. I'll see what I've got on there, and see what else we've managed to find. We've been around a few sort of seaside places, and you'll get a bit of experience of how bad the weather is today, and a bit of experience, especially for the sort of American viewers, what the narrow lanes in the autumn in Southwest Wales and generally in the UK, in the countryside, are like at this time of year. Anyway, where should we kick off? With a slurp of Heineken for a start. So cheers and beers for that. I've been glad to get back on the radio, getting some good enthusiasm back for that. So I imagine most of you, about 105 subscribers already on this Unplugged channel. So yeah, good to be back on the radio. So all that radio content is going up on the 104's UKCB TV channel. And first up, I did mention on that channel, on one of my last or recent videos, that I did have a bit of a bout of gout. Not a serious one, because I literally wouldn't have been walking at all with it, but someone did suggest a couple of teaspoonfuls in the morning of organic apple cider vinegar. And I'd never heard of it before, not really been a cider vinegar fanatic or enthusiast, with the mother. And I've seen this now in Aldi, and it was also in B&M. And yeah, I quite like it actually, so I'm popping a couple of teaspoonfuls in of that. I can't remember who said, but I'll annotate as a shout out. I don't know if they're on this channel or not, but I'll annotate as a shout out. So a thumbs up. Let's see if we can keep that gout away. But the main reason for the bout of gout was I was going by a sort of more healthy diet. So I'd cut down on carbs, going really well. I've lost about a stone, but I found that I'd had a couple of high meat content mixed grills in succession. I could feel a bit of gout coming on, and I thought, right, let's keep off of that, because I knew that too much red meat, that's one of my triggers. Too much red meat. I thought, let's go over and have some seafood, and hopefully that'll calm it down. I didn't realise that seafood, especially oily fish, that type of thing, is as bad, if not worse, than red meat. So can't win. So I've gone back now to a sort of more balanced diet. I've cut out a lot of that type of stuff, and everything really is in moderation. So if I have carbs on a lunchtime, I won't have carbs on the tea time, or vice versa. So I'm down on carbs, but I am having an intake of those. So yeah, I should be giving that a try. So yeah, anyway, as I said today, we've been off out and about to some, I don't even know where we are, to be honest, but we've been out and about today, called in a few local shops. We always like to support the local shops where we can, and picked up a few nice things. Now most of the shops seem to be shut for half the week, certainly at this time of year, because it's early October, and that limited choice somewhat. But I picked up a nice pack of pork and leek sausages. Now, I won't be having those here because to show respect to the owners, we're not going to be doing a load of sort of stinky fried stuff. I'll have those when I get home. But they look jolly nice, actually. £3.94 for 6 nice big pork and leek sausages. So can't wait for them. So yeah, mentioned that already. The other thing I picked up as well is, I don't know if I'll have this tonight because I've got to watch the gout with, I could get away with say 1 bottle of ale, 2 I'll feel it coming on, but I got one from the old man as well. And I'll have to find out off my old man how you say that. I've got no idea how you say that. Crew? Don't know. And it's you couldn't ask for a more Welsh name than that. Evan Evans. Evan Evans. And it's the beer of Wales, 4.2%. So I got one for me and one for my old man. So he's a Welsh speaker from southwest Wales. From well, so our heritage is mining in southwest Wales. His dad was a miner all his working life. So I got a couple of bottles of them, as sweet as. So that, and you know, people sort of show off about their new car or their new fancy watch. Me, no, I'm not interested in that sort of stuff. I'm really proud of my pork and leek sausages, and I've got some local granary baps as well. So again, not for here, but when we get back, maybe when we go out for a little picnic, I should be weighing into those. So tip top. So yeah, that's the exciting news for today. Apart from the spaghetti carbonara is going to be jolly good as well. I'll just remember to put those back in the fridge. Sorry. So yeah, that's the exciting news for today. Let's take a quick slurp. So we're here for 3 nights, I think, and then we're going to be away on Thursday, and we're going to shoot up to Carmarthen and go over the top of Brecon Beacons, take in Brecon and all that type of stuff. Maybe come back through the Wye Valley, which is jolly nice. So yeah, a bit of a road trip. Shame the weather is so I quite like bad weather, but if you're looking for views in this type of weather, you're not going to get them. So there we are. Anyway, so I thought I'd just get some content up. So everything's going all right at the moment, so I'm finding a fair bit of extra time now for radio stuff and this type of stuff. So again, thank you very much for the subscribes, and onwards and upwards really. So we're cozy here. I'll cut in a few clips of the place and what's not to like. Anyway, I'm going to now sit back with my beer, wait for that spaghetti to finish, and catch up with you real soon. Cheers all. Or cheers and beers all. Let's get back to some proper service. Right, that carbonara is done. The bugger is done. Very nice indeed too. It's actually from Aldi. Other supermarkets are available, but a fair bit of scran in that tray there. So trying to keep the sort of stinky sort of stuff at bay, since this is not actually our place. So anyway, Mrs. is dishing up. We're going to have a nice bit of healthy sanity stuff with it. So yeah, happy days. Okay, I'm not sure the name of the town, but it's where the poet Dylan Thomas lived and stuff. The reason there's been a drought in the UK for months and months is the weather's been waiting for us to go on holiday. So yeah, not the nicest of days, but there you go. Okay, can't see much in there, but it's a lovely little room. This is the shed belonging to the boathouse, apparently. And what a grand little place that would have been to do any sort of writing or whatever. I read somewhere when it had been restored or something. A load of poetry stuff there at the top. In the mustard seed sun, by full tilt river and switchback sea, where the cormorant scud, in this house on stilts high among brakes and palavers of birds, the sun green in the bent boy's grave, he celebrates and spurns his driftwood 35th wind turneth age, herons, spire and spear. That mixture between Scottish and Welsh, I do apologise for, but I gave it a go, you know. Goes lovely with a bit of cream. That's handy to know in case I experience a heart attack in the next few minutes. Apparently that was the writing shed, and a jolly nice shed it was too. So I will continue my damp trek until I find the boathouse. So I have a certain affinity with sheds and things like that, so got a lot of Welsh blood, family, mining family from southwest Wales. Grandfather started work at the age of 13 as a pit boy. It was pretty much slavery actually, because he didn't get paid for it. The family got some coin from it, but you went down the mines or you starved basically. There was no choice really in those days. And apparently on one occasion he and his mate just walked out the front gate and made their way to London during some sort of depression, probably in the 1930s. Hard life it was indeed. Hang on, is it down here then, is it? It's closed on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And today is Tuesday, so that's the end of that idea. Anyway, as I was saying, it was a hard life back in those days. So he had to walk to London for work. I don't know how far he got, but just pretty much walked straight out the front gate with his mate and away. There was no health service in those days. There was no recourse to public funds. There was no sort of benefit system or anything like that. There was no nothing. You just had to do what you had to do. Pretty much when he started work at 13. It's hard to differentiate between that and child slavery, really. So I say, he never got any money from it. He was down the pits at 13. I think the colliery, the coal mine, paid the family some money for his services, and he was down there for all his work in life and had to pack it in when he got pneumoconiosis and lived his life out on very limited lung capacity and struggling for breath for most of his latter years. And believe it or not, he made it through to 85 years of age. So amazing. I think he was on 1/3 lung capacity after he came out of the mines with the old pneumoconiosis. So there we go, that's the story. I don't know where that goes, don't intend to find out. And there we go. Right, let's make our way back to the town and see if we can have a better look at the castle. So there we go, folks. Something befell to go to Dylan Thomas's boathouse, but hey ho, it's one of the penalties for coming to these places in the winter time, or autumn time really, but if you come in the summer it's always packed out and there's nowhere to park. But there we go. Anyway, gonna try and go down through the town now and see what's open, and see if I can have a better look at that castle. I love old castles and stuff like that. It's brilliant. We don't get many of those in England. There's Bristol Castle, but you can't see anything of it. It all got destroyed in some civil war or another. There's a few remnants left, but not a lot. But there you go. There you go. Could do with a run out actually, so hopefully we can find some toilets. I'm catching a bit. Right, I'm going up to this viewpoint. See what's what. I imagine that gets used as a toilet, so I must admit I don't fancy going in there. Hopefully I'm mistaken, but from my experience places like that usually are. But Carmarthen Bay Coastal Path. Lovely, lovely. Right, onwards. Righto, top of the hill here, the Dylan Coastal Resort. Lodges, tea room, reception, Wi-Fi, all sorts of things. So yeah, it might be worth a shot. At some point, maybe May, June, before the kids come off, then you should get some decent weather. And not the crowds. Anyway, we're going to trundle down into town now and see what's what down there.